Welcome to Your American Dream. I'm Anisha Jennings, and today we're uncovering an extraordinary story of how one Latina woman turned a cleaning business into a movement of empowerment. Get ready to be inspired by Linda Soto's incredible journey of lifting others while climbing the ladder of success. Welcome, Linda. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Hi, Anisha. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm Linda Soto, from Colombia, and I came to United States 1999, about 25 years ago.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I really am honored to have you on my show. Thank you. Tell us more about your journey when you came to the US. How was it for you? And what was your experience? And how did you start Linda Soto Cleaning?
I start as of everyone that we come here, very little English,
Mm-hmm.
which made the things a little difficult, but I registered to some English classes, conversation, and ESL. But also, I came with my little boy. He was only 1 year old, and
Oh.
two luggages. That's all. It was difficult, but it wasn't impossible. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very glad that I was able to raise my kids here. Now I have three kids. I started most of us as a Latino woman, we start working in warehouses and some kind of jobs like that, like restaurants. Um, then after that first job, I I was promoted to QC, which is quality control, soon, and unfortunately, those business they had to close.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was very difficult for me, the schedule of my little boy with the daycare, drop him off and pick him up at school. Then someone told me you should look into cleaning houses. You can set your own schedule and then you can make some money there. And of course, I started doing that. I met my husband years later. Um, and then I start getting to know the beauty of this business, learning about products, learning about customers, all those beautiful details that has to do with the business. I stay as a solo cleaner for few years. I have two other daughters, and I raised the three kids and helping my husband to meet the end. When the kids grow up, I felt that I had more time. And then people start getting me to know for the cleaning services. And then I decide that I can go bigger and I registered the business. I opened like legally the business. Um, Start doing advertisement and everything that has to do with the business. And that's how I start hiring people. I support Hispanic women also like me that we come with no English. So my company support these women with English classes, 2 times a week for 1 hour. And teaching these women like me, like open bank accounts, do the things that they need to be doing, like as a person that wants to live here and raise a family here. All those little details. And then COVID hit, and we were cleaning about 30 houses a week. We came down to literally like 2 houses a week. Right after the COVID made the people that everybody had to clean, disinfect, the business took away, and then it was a big bloom. Now we are cleaning about 30, 35 houses or places, businesses, because we are residential and commercial cleaning services. We are cleaning at this moment about 30 to 35 places a day.
A day. Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing. Wow,
thank you.
that's a very inspiring story. That's really mind-blowing. Can you share a challenging moment from your early days as a non-native English speaker and how did you overcome it?
I always say if we live in America, we need to learn the language, writing, doing the advertisement, communicating with customers. It was difficult because I want to mean something, but the customers understand other thing completely, or I didn't know how to express myself because the purpose of my business is to make people's lives easier and house shinier, right?
Mhm.
So to overcome this, I registered for English classes, and also something that it will help a lot is that I raise kids here. So it was like a learning process for all three of us because they also helped me with my English, better pronunciation, better writing, talking to people. I love people. So, for me, conversations are amazing because you learn so much, you connect with people. So that's inspiring me to learn more English every day, even up to date, I try to learn more and more just to be more close to humanity.
Mhm. Yes, Linda is a wonderful woman, and anybody who meets you will say that.
Yeah.
Uh, so, what made you decide that you want to incorporate English lessons into your business?
For me, communication with people in general, special customers, is very important.
Mhm.
Communication is the base of relationships. So when the customer wants to communicate with the cleaning ladies, they want it to be understood. And also for the girls that clean with us, it's important for them to understand those instructions and make them feel comfortable. We come inside of your house, your privacy. So you want to feel comfortable with the people that are working in your house. And we also want to be comfortable doing what you need.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's amazing. So, how has being a Latina woman influenced your approach to business leadership?
I feel like I'm very welcome every time I meet other people. I know it has to do a lot with energy,
Mhm.
um, but I want to empower women, Latino women, to pursue their dreams. Can be like have your own business or raise kids here or improve as a human being. So I want to empower women in general.
Mhm. Mhm. That's very, very empowering.
Thank you.
Can you share a success story of one of the women you've empowered through your business?
Um, I was working with this girl for so long. She used to be my partner cleaning, and I didn't know what she was doing, with her money. It's like not my business to ask, right? But one day she said, "Oh, Linda, I want to share with you what I'm doing for my family in my country." So she pulled up these pictures and she showed me this beautiful house that she was building in Guatemala. She was about to finish, and I was like, "Oh my God, it would touch my heart because I felt like all this hard work we do every single day, it helps this family to build this house." And we have many stories here in our company of these successful families growing with the money that we provide for our families.
Amazing. That is very heartwarming. Um, so what has been your biggest challenge in balancing business profitability with your mission of empowerment?
Hiring the right people. I
Mhm.
feel that something that we as entrepreneurs, we need to learn is that we know how to do what we do. But we
Mhm.
need to hire the right people. We need to hire people that has knowledge like in bookkeeper, accountant, marketing. We at some point we tried to do everything
Yeah,
because we wanted to save money. But in order to get where we want to go, we need to hire the right people.
absolutely. And that's the biggest challenge for most entrepreneurs is
Yes.
balancing that because you want to do it all because you want to save money, but then if you don't hire, then you can't grow. So yes, that is a balance most people, most entrepreneurs are juggling with.
Yeah.
How do you approach mentoring other Latin women who are just starting in their entrepreneurial journey?
I wanted to start this program as a cleaning service coaching.
Mhm.
So how I can help them is that the first hour that I share information with them, they can call me, then I can ask me all kind of questions, and then I help them to get in the right track because most of the times we think that we are alone and these problems that we have in their business, oh, we are the only ones that we have these problems. And it's
Mhm.
not like that. We all share the same problems. We just need to be united and feel like that we are one community. So that's how I like to empower people that wants to be entrepreneurs. Um, I help them with free or like this information at no cost.
Mhm. That's very nice. So, what specific strategies have you developed to help your team members overcome language barriers? You're doing the English lessons, but besides that, how do you help them overcome it?
When I do videos, training videos, I
Mhm.
tell them it was kind of like the same way when I was raising my kids. If they ask me for water, so I would say they were in English and I say they were in Spanish. So I
Mhm.
do the same with the training. If we're talking about the vacuum, so I say the word vacuum, but I also say la aspiradora or the window, la ventana. So,
Mhm.
and then I tell them part of the house how to ask things so they can get familiar with the language.
Mhm. Okay. So, you've been in business for 20 years, 2 decades now. What's been your proudest achievement?
Um, every day is a different story. When you are an entrepreneur, it's all about goals. So you have different goals short term, long term. Um, but is this situation that we accomplish this goal, but we want to move over to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. One of the biggest thing is like I was dreaming to get big accounts as a commercial accounts. So we're being able to get big accounts. Like someone call me, we have 11 offices to clean. Someone call me, we have temples to clean. Start with this temple, then we have 7 more temples or things like that. So that's a big accomplishment for our business.
That is amazing. And how important do you think is word of mouth and referrals? What is the best way you feel? What is your opinion of how networking has changed for the past 2 decades, and how do you find clients?
It's many ways that I try to find clients. Word of mouth is it's essential for businesses. The
Mhm.
impression that you leave with that customer in the moment that you serve is a long-lasting um, impression. Even if down the road, because we're still human beings and we make mistakes, there is okay to make mistakes.
Mhm.
But in order to look for find more customers, networking has been a game changer in my business. Getting out there, getting in contact with persons, with people. When I network, I don't do it because I want to sell my businesses. It's because I want people to know who's behind Linda Soto Cleaning. Is the
Mhm.
this trusted person that really cares about the family, the house, and that what we do in your home or in your business, that we really care and we want to help business owners or moms or families, parents to raise the kids or have it like better time to spend with their clients or with their families.
That's amazing. So, how do you maintain the quality of your cleaning services while still being able to focus on empowerment and education?
The way I do is I do record videos. I do training videos, and also every other week we meet everybody as a team. Wednesdays mornings, very early in the morning, and we go over either questions, new techniques, new products, or simple, sometimes complaints. If we see that we have a complaint, so we go over with everyone, and then I explain how to do better, how we can improve. That's how we are coping with this.
That's amazing. So what advice would you give to other immigrant entrepreneurs who want to create social impact through their businesses?
Discipline, every day, discipline, work little by little. It's climbing
Mhm.
that stairs. It's a step by step, little by little.
Yes, yes. So how has your definition of success evolved over the past 20 years?
My definition of success is a happy face. When that face sees me and I see that happy face, that's what I
Mhm.
want to see. That's my successful.
Mhm. Mhm. So tell us about how you balance your, you said you're a mother of three kids. So how did you balance your being a mother and an entrepreneur? How did you balance it?
First is delegating,
Mhm.
prioritizing. I think that's my good two tools that I use in life to take care of myself, my
Mhm.
husband, my kids, my mom, my sister, because I'm also sister and daughter, and also I have my aunt, um, my uncle. So everybody needs me, and because I love myself, I love them so much, and I want to give them the best. So balancing, delegating, doing what is important, and taking care also what is urgent.
Yes. So what is the importance of having a good team?
For me, be a team player and have a good team is very important. We all in the team we have different roles, and when you have a passion for the job and passion for what you do, when you work for Linda Soto Cleaning, you have to love how to clean. You have to love dirty places, and you have to love the process to make them clean.
That's amazing. So can you share some stories from your 20 years of experience where you've been like, no, I just can't do this anymore? Or like, have you ever had a time where you thought, no, this is not for me, I just cannot do it, but I know I have to do it for my family, and you still kept going? How did you manage a situation like that?
Well, to be honest, at some point, I was like, I don't want to do this no more. Sometimes we can hear two or three complaints or people uncomfortable situations, and I say, I don't want to continue with this. I'm just gonna change what I'm doing. Then I look into the home health aid certification, and I did it, and I start working for an elderly daycare. But my passion for cleaning didn't let me pursue in that, and I had to come back. I still clean one or two houses, and my customers are like, no, we miss you so much, you got to come back, be
Mhm.
here, come back, and I couldn't help it. So cleaning is my passion, and I went back.
Amazing. That's not a commonly found passion. Not many people enjoy cleaning. How did this come to being for you? Like uh how did you get into cleaning, and how did that become a passion for you?
Honestly, I think I went to the cleaning route more because I needed time with my son. I needed time that I need a schedule that fits for us as a family, for me as a mom, that I was going to be able to drop it off my son in the morning and pick it up my son in the afternoon at daycare. So it was more about that. And then I started loving what I do. And keep growing and keep getting there, and very grateful because this job let me be a mom and be present in my kids' life.
So how do you still teach your children about your culture, and what do you do to keep your culture alive along with being being an American?
I love America, to the point that when I go back to Colombia, after a couple days or couple weeks, I say, I have to go back home. Now America is my home. I love to be Colombian. I love my culture. Um, I still speak Spanish to my kids. They even respond in English. Um, we cook our food. We listen to our music. I love my culture and I bring it home, and we just live like a Colombian life in here, but also Americanized. I understand my kids, my two daughters, they were born here. So there is
Mhm.
many things, their culture. So it's like the great fusion between Hispanic and American.
Yes, yes, indeed. The fusion is the key. What is your vision for the future of Linda Soto Cleaning and its impact on the Latina community?
Something that I have very clear, this is not a simple business. This is not just
Mhm.
a simple cleaning service. I'm creating an emporium that support not only Hispanic women, is women's and active breast cancer treatment. And with the Hispanic women, I want to leave the mark in their lives, that they learn something from Linda Soto Cleaning, that I leave the that like that stem in their hearts. They learn something from me that help them as a woman, as a human beings, to be better, better for our society, better for this country, better for their country, better for our future. That's what I'm looking for my business.
That's amazing. Very nice. So if there are other women who want to, as immigrant women who come to the US and want to start their business, what would be one piece of advice you would give them?
Hire the right people. I know it's difficult at the beginning, but starting a business with a good bookkeeper, good accountant, marketing services, it saves you so much money and so much time. Even if you cannot afford the big package, start with the little thing,
Mhm,
the tear down, that little tear down. That's gonna help you and save you so much headaches.
mhm, mhm. So, if somebody wants to get in touch with you and hire your cleaning services, what would be the best way to get in touch with you?
It's very easy. You can go in my website, lindasotocleaning.com, and we have a contact in there, and that goes right through platform, and we get right back to that person in a couple minutes, and we offer free estimates. Now I make it very convenient. We can do a virtual, or I can go in person to do the estimate.
Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you so much for being on this show and providing your expertise and you sharing your experience and giving us this great tips. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the invitation. It was a really, really, truly a pleasure to be in the podcast. Thank you, Anisha.
Thank you. And have a great business. I hope you get a lot of clients and your business prospers. God
Thank you so
bless.
much. Likewise. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
God
Bye.
bless. Bye.